Hello and welcome to Kevin Smells. Today we're going to be reviewing my new favorite summer fragrance. But first, a story time. I used to work at a bakery in Greenwich Village, right off Greenwich Ave, called BASIL. This bakery was insane. Some of the best pastries I've ever had in my life. And to show for it, I gained 15 pounds. Now, one night we were closing up shop and a lady comes in and she's like, hey, can I get a croissant? And we were like, sure, you can have it on the house because it's the end of the day, it's a little stale. So she was like, oh my god, thank you so much. We didn't think anything of it. And then the next day she comes in with 2 shopping bags full of fragrance samples. She's like, oh yeah, I work at a perfumery down the store named Aedes. A-E-D-E-S. It's like, oh, cool. I'm gonna have so much fun sampling all these fragrances. So I decided to take a walk one day after my shift to go to this perfumery. And it was stunning. There were plants everywhere, there was fragrances everywhere. It was a really good vibe. It was just a great store. And I never went back for a while. And then one day I was like, I wonder if they're still there. And I googled Aedes Perfumerie and I saw that they moved to the Lower East Side. So, me with having nothing better to do, went on the voyage to the Lower East Side and checked out the store. It was just like the old one. It was a little smaller, but it was still great vibe, great perfumes, and it was a really interesting interior decorating experience. So I go in and there's this really well-dressed man, middle-aged, definitely knew what he was talking about. I could tell before I even started talking to him. And he was all like, hey, how can I help you? I was like, I'm really looking for a new summer fragrance. And he said, oh my gosh, I got just the thing. Well, he didn't just have one thing, he had 20 things. He had to have swatched at least 20 different perfumes for me. And I was organizing them into no, maybe, and yes piles. And by the end of all the spritzing we did, I came up with 3 that I absolutely loved. And he said, go outside, spray them on your arm, get a fresh air, get a fresh perspective. I was like, okay, so I go outside, smell it on my skin. I was like, I really love these 3. He said, well, 2 of these only come in full-size bottles, and they're $245 each. I was like, okay, that's not in my budget. So he said the 3rd one is a travel size option for $90. I was like, perfect, sign me up. And that is when I met this fragrance. Oh, focus. Basilico and Fellini. Now, I don't know what the hell Basilico means, and I don't know what the fuck Fellini means, but this shit smells great. So I did some research. Basilico means basil. And I don't want to get you off on the wrong foot by thinking about basil in a perfume. It's not like a pizza bagel. It's not like a pizza basil. It's not like a basil you would find in soup. In fact, it kind of reminds me of a margarita I had while I was visiting Florida. It was basil, strawberry, and rose tequila. And it was probably one of the best tasting, fresh, refreshing, delicious drinks I've ever had in my life. And I think the basil really made it, because the basil was fresh, crisp, right out of the garden. That's the kind of basil this is. This basil is like, it's so well-rounded, and it's not sludgy. It's very nice. The other top note is dragon fruit. And I don't know what the hell dragon fruit smells like, but what I do notice is that there is a little bit of a fruity note, and the fruity note really balances out the basil note. And I really think that's a really smart combination I really think it's a good combination to have those 2 together. And the fragrance is from Vilhelm Perfumes. Vilhelm Perfumerie, New York. So that's cool. In the mid note is a fig. Fig is very fresh. Fig is very sophisticated. There's a lot of fragrances with fig in them. But this fig isn't on the top note, it's on the mid note, which means it's going to come out a little later. It's not as important, but it still does its job. Like me. The base notes are vetiver and hay. Both very earthy, grounding scents. It really makes this a very harmonious experience to smell. And as you can see, like, the packaging is like very lovely. It's very luxe. It's like, it's very nice. I'm gonna spray some. Oh, it's just so nice. It's so fresh. I'm gonna have a lot of fun wearing this out. You only really need like 1 or 2 spritzes. It's like, it really carries well. Like, and I know that because when I go downstairs, my parents are like, what the fuck is this smell? It smells like basil in here. And I'm like, yep, that's my perfume. So they like it. They like it though. They like it. They're just like, what the fuck was that? So otherwise, I much rather wear this than like a Santal 33 or a Dior Sauvage. Like, this is much more refined. It's much more unique. It's not like all the other fragrances on the market. Overall, this is one of my favorite summer. This is my favorite summer fragrance. I'm going to be wearing this throughout the summer, and I'm so happy I found it. If you guys want, if you're in the city, check out Aedes Perfumerie. They're on the Lower East Side, AEDES. And yeah, you're gonna love it. It's a great experience. Even if you don't buy anything, it's just a great experience to go check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up and follow if you want more. Let me know. Bye!